Thailand protesters have taken a break from the violent demonstrations of the past few days. Thai citizens may be waiting to hear if their king will offer advice about the political crisis in his annual birthday speech, which takes place on Thursday. The king has served as a unifying figure in the past. But despite the relative calm on Wednesday, protesters insist they'll continue their campaign to force the government to step down. CCTV's Tony Cheng reports.
The latest victim of Thailand's political turmoil, 22-year-old Thanasit Viengkham, a soldier and a red shirt, shot and killed in the street fights of Saturday night. Outside Government House, they were trying to scrub away the stains of the clashes of the past few days. The police left with the unenviable task of cleaning the mess left by the protesters. Some think the latest round of protests has just pushed Thailand closer to the brink of chaos.
The government's holding ground. The protesters will keep ramping up the rhetoric and the provocation, and the government will be forced to act down the road. Otherwise, we would have no government here, and we would have just the rule of the jungle.
Down here at the main protest site, they're cleaning up the streets ahead of the King's birthday on Thursday. But interestingly, they're not packing up. They say they haven't yet achieved their goals. And after paying respects to His Majesty, they'll return to their protests.
The protest leaders have been relatively muted in the past 24 hours, but they've also said their ultimate goal of bringing down the government has not yet been achieved. The deputy governor, also a Democrat Party member, was supervising the cleanup, and she was unwilling to condemn the protests, saying it was a price that had to be paid.
If no response from the government, I'm sure that the people would like to come out again, and that's their right. I mean, if they come out in peaceful demonstration, and that's their right. And our job is just to make sure that people should be safe, because that's what we have to do.
Doesn't disturb you the damage that's being done to Bangkok?
What disturbs me more is democracy in Thailand.
And in the name of democracy, the protesters were on the march again, this time heading to police headquarters. It's clear they're committed to their cause, but no one knows what it'll take to make them stop. Tony Cheng, CCTV, Bangkok.